working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
All right. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Y'all chill out. Turn this volume down right here. Boop, boop, boop. Beep, beep, bing. Let me do this.
Oh, okay. Oh.
All right, let's try it again.
And no sound.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, hey,
yeah.
let's jump right in it. Let's just
It's
right
a
into
live
it.
show. Yeah,
It's fine.
don't trip. I
Yeah,
ain't even
don't
gonna
even
do
worry
the
about
intro.
it.
And plus, I
Hey.
was getting a call at the same time from
Oh, okay.
a place I'm supposed to be at right now. So I just
And
gotta. So I was trying to answer that. Maybe they'll text. Hope it's not an emergency. Let's see.
okay.
And by place I'm supposed to be at work. So
Well, there's that. What's good with you, champ?
ain't too much. Hold on a second.
Okay. You like, well, I'm here. Where are
Yeah.
you?
Yes.
Oh, I'm at the front. Come around back. Oh no, my bad. I'm at the back. Come around
No, you
front.
said you meant 6 p.m.
Oh, geez. I
geez.
was here at 6 a.m. I wasn't even tripping.
Yeah. Well, if somebody's up there already, just drop it off. Whatever you just drop it off. Leave it with them.
Yeah.
You gotta have me to sign it. No, they'll sign it.
They'll sign it. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
They'll sign it.
We'll be fine. That's funny.
Let's see. All right, shout out to everybody tuning in. This is how it goes, man. Something like a podcast. All fun and games. Let's go live. Friday version. Hilarious commentary, trending topics, celebrity guests, and just interesting people. And you.
I'm gonna suck your mother.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
That's aggressive. That's very aggressive.
And you. All right, I refreshed. So I didn't. I see somebody's having an issue. Let me shout out everybody. Captain Boinks, what up? Eastwood, what up? Live show don't trip. Haynes, West Coast contributor, good to see. Dr. Clarkson down the hall in Studio G. Our executive producer, good to see. Who else? I can't see. Yeah, it refreshed. Everybody got the thumbs up. So put your name in the YouTube chat. If you're watching on YouTube, appreciate you. If you're just coming over from the Karen Hunter show, appreciate you too. And this, of course, ladies and gentlemen, John Watson.
Hey. What's happening?
Yeah, what's up with you? Let me check and see if they respond. Oh, shit. I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay.
I
Well, I
hope,
guess
I hope it's
it'll
not.
work itself out. Sometimes it just has to work itself out.
At that
Sometimes
place,
it just has to work.
I don't
Oh
know.
no, not so much.
When I'm not there, I don't
Ooh,
know. Yeah,
ooh.
I don't know. Shout out to Drunken Fruit, of course, drunkenfruit.com. And you can visit them, see what they got going on for the season. Good holiday bundles jumping. And also, we are live shows. Here's the phone number. I got to set the phone lines up. Hold on. Give me a second. I ain't
Okay.
even, because of the transition.
Jungle Food. If Jungle Food they had Valentine's Day packages,
No, I think they do. That's what I'm saying.
Offerings. Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
go to the
People like
website.
that.
Yeah, I think they do. Hold on. Let's.
So you buy Jungle
Ready to
Food and
connect.
present it.
Click connect to show now.
Yeah, that's
You
the
are
phone.
connected as the host.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Well, thank you.
Welcome,
Yeah.
host.
Thank
You
you.
are now in the host room and can
I
manage your
appreciate you.
callers
Okay.
from the Call-in Studio web
Okay.
interface.
Thanks. All right.
Audio recording is on.
Okay. It's on.
All right.
Channel.
Yes. Okay.
Siri and Alexa's cousin,
Right. What's her name?
Maxie.
Yeah, Maxie. That's the phone lines, ladies and gentlemen. We have a digital service that many of you paid for several months ago
Right.
that allows us to take live phone calls. The number's on the screen. If at any given time you want to jump in on the show, feel free to do so. It don't matter the times. All right, here we go. Some more names. Amber White, Quasi Aired.
That's Kwesi. That's my cousin. That's Kwesi.
Oh, my bad. Quasi Air. Good to see you.
I was gonna say Drunken Fruit. Like you could present Drunken Fruit to your significant other and say, "Hey, let's have these, and increase our evening. Put a little accent on the
Increase the
evening."
evening.
As opposed to like the documentary series I watched all week, Bill Cosby said, "Just take one or two of these, and take a pill. Oh, take another. Take a drink.
Yeah.
Take another."
It's called disclosure.
Yeah, just
What's
be
in
upfront.
that? Nah,
Be
I don't
upfront.
know.
No, don't worry about it. Just
Yeah.
pop one of these and take all your problems away. And,
Yeah.
have beverage.
So all right, let's get to it.
I
So
watched it.
you watched We Gotta Talk About Bill Cosby.
Let me tell you something. If I was a convicted whatever, right? And I'm world renowned. And I had an unauthorized, I'm assuming this is unauthorized because I'm sure he didn't participate in it,
Mhm.
obviously.
Mhm.
Documentary done about me, about my wrongdoings. I might be okay with this one.
Really?
I might be okay with
Oh, it's soft shoe. Is that what you're saying?
Hey
It's
man,
soft shoe?
if each section, each part is 45 minutes to an hour, given whatever the particular part is,
Yeah.
they probably gave about in my, because I'm watching it. It's like one of them things that you can watch if because I'm a type of person that sits at a desk a lot,
Mhm.
during the day and doing my work, and like you can have something going on in the background.
Yeah.
So take it for granted. That's how I'm watching this, right? But I would estimate that if each part was 45, 50 minutes, they may have given at least 25 to 30 minutes of his career and accomplishments.
Oh, that's amazing.
So it's like,
amazing.
the first, and again, I'm estimating because I wasn't watching the counter, but I'm gonna say the first 15 minutes was just about how he was a breakthrough comedian and
That's
his
awesome.
style that was replicated and it birthed Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy and and he was the first black comic right after Dick Gregory, but he was the safe black comic, so blah 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 and It talked about all these wonderful things he did, and he goes, yeah, and then by the way,
the music changes.
not even. It's just kind of like a change of pace. So by the way, while
After
all
the
this great
club.
things was happening,
Yeah.
it's always kind of a, not literally, but always kind of a, while all this great stuff was happening and while he was doing all these fantastic things, let's zip you to what was happening over here on the side. But I mean, they give you a litany of you start watching and go, man, I love Bill Cosby. And you go, oh damn, right, I'm supposed to not like him while I'm watching this.
In each episode?
Every episode.
Same way? Oh, that's brilliant.
Every episode is, because it's the meteoric rise to So it starts out literally from his stand-up, right? So you have those years, and even within those years, they citing,
but see, I
where
think
he drugged people, and then it goes on to like the I Spy years, and then after the I Spy years, it goes on to right before the Cosby Show, where he was doing like the movies, like all his movies that were successful or not successful, whatever you want to call them, right? and like, but it cites all this great stuff, and then it goes, and meanwhile, this was happening. Here's what was happening over here. So it's like you don't get like 100% raw. It's not a hard dig like for an hour of just, you know, them punishing you with all the stuff he did. It's like I'm gonna walk you through all these great things he was doing.
So so there was an opportunity to, now that you're saying they're juxtaposing, you know, the good with the bad, there's opportunity for some ironic punchlines. Did they play around with that? Like when you talk about his movies era, like you like, and during this time he was filming Uptown Saturday Night, but then on Sunday morning he was going.
Oh no, it wasn't that bad. No, it wasn't that bad. No.
And then another movie he did with Sidney Poitier called Let's Do It Again.
But I'll give you the juxtapose. They did a lot of juxtapositioning. Was
all he wanted was a piece of the action.
Oh geez, no, it was narrated. You know, it was produced by Kamal Bell, so I'll at least give him.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know, it was, you know, but it would be things like, you know, while he's over here doing these, you know, even in the earlier days, you know, why drugs are bad, you know. And you know, right. he's like, isn't it ironic? Y'all remember this when you were kids? This is an upper, and the upper music playing is a and like, and if you take a downer, it's and it's like, you don't want to do, you know. So he was giving all of these educational, don't do this, don't do that, you know, for the kids. Meanwhile, he over here with the pills,
allegedly,
and then like,
right.
Oh, okay, allegedly, sure. He got convicted of at least one of them. It's not alleged if you got convicted of at least one of them.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, good point. Touche.
So, and then they played the episode of the Cosby Show where all the couples are arguing, right? And he's outside cooking on the barbecue, and then like after a while, everybody gets his food in the sauce, and now all the couples are lovey-dovey, and he's looking at Claire. And he's like, she's like, see, now everybody's getting along. He's like, you ever notice that after everyone has some of my sauce, everybody wants to lovey-dovey and everybody heads away, da-da-da. And he was like, and he looks at Claire and goes, he said, I got a cup of that sauce marinating up in the bedroom. So why don't you give everybody the rest of this chicken? And Claire goes, all right, guys, well, here go this chicken, blah, blah, blah. And then the young one, Kenny, is like, Dr. Huxtable, he's sitting next to Rudy. I love this sauce. And he goes up to Kenny and wipes his mouth and takes the food away. They was like, yo, he was telling you the whole time.
That's just good writing. That's just
but you talking about the juxtaposition. I'm talking about the juxtaposition.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the type of stuff they were doing. You know what I mean? Like, they were like, he was telling you the whole time in the bits, like he was doing it in real life.
That's true. I can see that as well. But W. Kamau Bell, he has a special out too. And when I realized he had a special out, I had to do a little research to figure out which one was supposed to drop first, because I feel like the Bill Cosby drop to promote the special. Now, I'm not a fan of his stand-up.
I'm not. No, he's not a good stand-up at all. But
well, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
I can't. I'm not a fan.
It's a funny TED Talk. However,
I like his special. I like his docuseries.
I like that when he's, you know, in people's face and talking.
He was doing he had that CNN show. I don't know.
That's brilliant. I watched that whenever.
Show is fantastic.
Whenever.
I can't remember.
Damn, I can't forget it.
But does it still come on?
When he has new ones.
Okay, yeah, that thing is fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I can't even remember. It's amazing. And I can't remember what it's. I don't remember what it's called. It's one of
the greatest shows ever, and I don't know.
I don't remember what it's called.
Name of it is Immemorable. Immemorable. I
watch it every time, word for word.
Something in America. Something America.
Some race. Something racist.
Yeah, something race in America. But it's really good.
Clever, like an entendre type of name.
Yeah,
it's really, really good.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it at all.
Somebody should be in the chat.
So good, but I don't.
But his latest special, I enjoyed it though. I actually enjoyed it.
Okay. Yeah.
He had one callback, United Shades of America. Thank you.
That's it. Yeah. There you go.
Brilliant name. Yeah. It's just forgettable.
Yes, very.
But he had one callback that he ran with in it that I was like, oh, that's strong.
What was that?
That's strong. I can't remember. It was. I enjoyed it.
The moral of the story is he does great stuff. I just can't remember. I mean, I know it was good when I watched it.
Yes,
but you know.
Yeah, his latest special. But I was like, where did this Cosby thing come from? We got to talk about Cosby. Do we? Like, because I was thinking it was going to be. So you watched it. Was it any new information that just knocked your socks off?
It was nothing that hasn't been said. I mean, there was some obvious. I mean, you had firsthand accounts from people who, you know, were his I don't know, accusers, victims, or however you want to call it, like that they said this is what happened to them, you know, type of deals. So there were several of those. But nothing was new. I guess it just more so put faces to the situation.
Oh, got it.
And like, if you kind of were, I don't know if you had to be on the fence, or off the fence, or whatever, but like, if you kind of were like, you know, I mean, for me, I'm just like, let's just see what's going on here.
Yeah.
And what I got was a lot of similar accounts of you know, their experiences, right? And then you had, you know, in the thing it addressed, you know, well, you know, a lot of people would say that, you know, they lined up a lot of people in a room and said, here goes a scenario. I need y'all to use this and go defame this man. So there was that argument also posing there. There was, you know, so you had conflicting, you know, they addressed it wasn't all like, I mean, there was a lot of, you know, addressing what people said went on, but they did flip the coin a little bit and say, there are some people who would say that this man was set up because he was trying to, you know, buy NBC, or he was doing too much, he was too successful, and blah blah blah. Like, you know, then you had the aspect of it where in the 2000s, Cosby was pull your pants up, and you know, y'all should wag your finger at everybody, and that, so they like addressed that portion. So there was a lot of, you know, nothing was, I don't feel like, was left out. You know what I mean? And there was one portion, the only time in the whole show where I went, right, was there was an interview where he and Camille were being interviewed. They were sitting next to each other. The allegations had already been out. He hadn't been convicted of anything. And the interviewer was simply said, you know, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you, do you care to address, you know, anything about the allegations going on? And he just went, we don't talk about that, right? And that was it. And then, okay, thank you. Interview's over. Thank you, you know, Dr. Cosby.
He like whispered it. He whispered it.
No. He didn't. He said it. He said, we don't. No, he says we don't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Interview over, right? And they show, you know, from a different position now, because normally in an interview you see the person being interviewed in one shot and like maybe the shoulder of the interviewer, you know, that type of
yeah.
So now there's another camera that's further back that completely shows everyone in the shot, and he goes, and Cosby is basically like, okay, we're good, yeah. So just real quick, that last question you asked me, he's like, I don't even want you asking me the question to be shown, and I don't want my answer to be shown, because none of that was supposed to be a part of it. And the interviewer was like, well, you know, that's not my call. Like, he's like, well, let's get whoever call it is on the phone now before. And he looks back at the producer. Is that your call? He's like, no. Okay, well, let's get somebody on the phone who can, you know what I mean? He said, because I don't want that. He was and it was such a subtle power flex.
Yeah. Because it didn't air. It probably did not air.
Oh, no, I'm sure it probably didn't. And that's when I went, because the way he was saying it was so soft. It wasn't like, it was like, no, we don't want that. He was like, and so we can get them on the phone. Let's get them on the phone now to make that call now. And I was like, ooh.
He should have been like, you like your job, right? You like working in this industry.
Essentially, right? That's what he was doing without doing it.
Work, don't you?
He was like, no, I don't even want the question. I don't want my non-response answer to be aired. I don't want the question aired. And let's go ahead and make that call now. Get whoever's on the phone now. I was like, ooh.
All right, that's a wrap. No, is it? I don't know. I don't know if it's a wrap.
He had the "I will end you" eyes on, but he wasn't giving you out the "I will end you" voice. But the you know, the thing was there. I was like, ooh.
Now along these same lines, I started to watch the Playboy one, which I think is very fascinating and very dark.
Documentary?
Yeah, the dark side of Playboy.
Oh,
yeah.
What's that on?
Hulu, maybe.
Okay, because they talked about Playboy on this documentary.
On Playboy, they talk about Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, right? Well, the only problem I have with it, I'm only 2-3 episodes in. The only problem I have with it is the people that they really named. Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Cosby, and Don
Oh.
Cornelius.
Oh, okay.
We know that there are
so nobody else was there, right? Right. So nobody
millions
else was there, right?
of Persian princes and Russian mob bosses, and
Yeah, all that.
because they're telling firsthand accounts of joints being tied up, teenagers being tied up and walked like dogs, and
Oh,
naked role playing parties and all the shit that you probably would be like, yeah, I could believe that happened there in the 50s,
right.
in
Yes.
the 70s or whatever.
Yes.
But those are the only 3 like high profile people they named. And I was like, I had to call bullshit on that. I had to stop it and come back to it because
No,
I'm like,
they
you're
was
not
the
just going
Playboy
out
Mansion.
brothers
That
like
was the
that.
place to go.
Oh yeah,
That was the place to go. And they did a whole segment on Playboy, like, because they said they showed Barbara Walters back in the day. She, she did a on the scene, whatever, and she, she's like, I'm gonna be a Playboy bunny for the day. And this is like when the news was in black and white.
yeah.
And they had her put on the outfit and wait tables and blah blah blah. And
Well, you said Barbara Walters or Betty White?
no, Barbara Walters.
Oh, disgusting.
Almost the same. No. Back then it was like, oh, let me find out Barbara Walters. No, she was all right. No, she was all right. I'm telling you, watch it, and she looked like she was.
I can believe it, but
yeah, exactly. You think about her now.
Yeah.
But the funny the 2022 we're in now. Mind frame looks at that, and once they come back from the I don't know what you want to call it, expose, her bit, and they go back to her and Hugh Downs. Remember Hugh Downs?
Yeah.
They're he's the anchor, and he's sitting next to her, and he goes, that's wonderful job, Barbara, just fascinating. And she was like, yeah, it's kind of whatever she said. And she's like, it's kind of it wasn't He's like, yeah. He said, but you in that bunny outfit, I like that.
Oh
and
yeah.
She goes, okay. And then he's like, and he goes back to he's like, I really liked you in that bunny outfit. And she's like, thank you. And they were like, that was just the time back then.
Yeah. That was before Me Too. That's when it was just me. The Just Me movement.
Just me. Yeah,
it's just me. I have nobody else is gonna do anything. Right. It's just me.
It was I was like, ugh, like you could never, even that was like you got the chills watching him say that. He's like, I really like that Playboy outfit. And she was like,
no sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. What am I supposed to say right now?
All right, hold on. Before I go to the Playboy joint, speaking of that, co-workers, here's one. I got to do this because this is funny to me.
Okay.
So in the DC area, this is a local story. Let me give you the story. A local anchor, unfortunately, it's a sad story. It got caught with a DUI, right?
Yeah.
And rumor has it is a very known and well-liked anchor in the DC area. Been to several stations. Rumor has it he has a drinking problem. That's just rumor, allegedly, right?
Yes.
So he caught a DUI, but his own station broke the story, which I thought was phenomenal.
Same team, man.
See, can you imagine? I'm gonna just go to it.
Yes.
This is so. Let me set it up. This is awesome professionalism on display.
Yeah.
I just want you to watch this for the professionalism.
Wait. Give it a little bit more pretense.
Okay.
He is
He's
one of the faces of the news network.
The news, yeah.
He's an anchor. He's an
anchor. Sometimes he do it by himself. Sometimes he'll do it with,
He's your guy at 5 and 10 or whatever.
11, yeah.
He's your guy.
And he's a puker too. He is a puker. He's one of the original pukers. That's what we call broadcasters who, when they talk, they got to do the.
Oh yes.
Yes. His name is Leon Harris. I'm Leon Harris tonight.
Full throat. He has that inflection. Well,
two people were shot and they died.
Yes. He's definitely. He's that. Absolutely.
All right, so let's play this. So this Sean Yancey, I just want you to witness the level of professionalism as she's reporting on her coworker, who is usually right next to her.
Yes. The same man you have drinks with on, Thursdays or whatever you want to call it.
Well, drinks.
I mean, man. Oh, geez.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was trying to say that somebody you have a camaraderie with.
Don't say drinks.
So sorry.
All right, here we go. This is Sean Yancey reporting on the story, and I guess you have to do this so that other networks don't really, Yeah.
Yes, right. Yeah, you got to scoop everybody else.
All right, here we go.
For anchor Leon Harris was arrested this weekend for DUI. A Montgomery County police report, an arrest report, shows that Harris was driving along Bradley Boulevard near River Road when he rear-ended another car Saturday night. That vehicle slid into a third car. According to the report, no one was seriously hurt. It says when officers arrived, Leon tried to leave the scene, but police stopped him. The report also says Leon failed a field sobriety test, which showed his blood alcohol was twice the legal limit. We reached out to Leon for comment. He will be off the air as the investigation continues.
That to me is the best part of the whole thing.
Yes, you reached out to our mans.
Right.
What do you mean? That's your guy.
That's
what do
your
you
guy.
mean? Yeah.
Reached out me. I tried to text him.
I called him. He wasn't
right.
answering the phone. Yeah, oh my God. And now the story is not funny, but just the report, that is amazing reporting. That is the guy that sits next to you every night.
Who would normally be reading this very story.
Yeah. Yes. She reported like he was a complete stranger.
A complete and utter stranger.
Harris also said that what?
That's like you being gone, yes. And like I get access to the stream, and I just go, yeah, well, oddly enough, Lamont's not here. He's not going to be here for a little while.
We reached out to him for comment.
I reached out to him, but unfortunately, he would not comment. That's wild.
That's super wild. I saw that live, and I was like,
what is?
I'm like, holy shit!
What is Leon Yancey getting pulled over by the police sound like?
Leon Harris?
Sorry, Leon Harris. I'm got the two names
with
Leon and Sean Yancey. Yeah. So Leon Harris, what does he sound like? So okay. You got the voice, so you're Leon.
Okay. You come to the car. Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like,
evening,
license and registration.
Wait a minute, I speak to you first, because
okay, yeah, you're right. You do.
Evening, officer. Is there some sort of a problem?
License and registration, man.
Oh, I got it right here. I hand you my vaccination card.
Oh, this is your vaccine. I need your license.
I thought I was in DC for a moment. Live at noon, drivers who
hey, man. Hey.
Tonight at 9, drivers who hand over the wrong information.
Sir, you do realize you were just in a 6-car accident. Just backed away, right? I need to see your license and your registration.
An incredible 6-car accident just took place on Leesburg Pike. Authorities are on the scene currently speaking with the driver who may have been involved.
Sir, I need to get out the car, man. I need to step out the vehicle.
We're going live now to the scene where the officer is asking the driver to step out of the vehicle.
No, I need you. You're the driver.
The helicopter overhead. News Chopper 4 is bringing us footage. We'll have the latest at 11.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if he tried to flip it?
Right.
I'm at the scene of
it. At the scene.
Come here, man. Come here.
No, you, fam. You,
what
fam.
are you talking about? Oh, that's great. Can you imagine?
Cannot.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So the dark side of Playboy. Back to the dark side.
Yes. Okay, we digress.
Here was interesting. Now everything that I enjoy is dark now because we live in dark times. So I think we've all been conditioned to like that type of shit. But the main person in episode 1 was a girl who grew up at the Playboy Mansion. She's in her 50s now, but her father was Hef's attorney. So he had his own place at the mansion, his own room. And then as his daughter got older, this is where it gets cringy. She said she moved in when she was like 8 and stayed there throughout, until she was a early adult. So she grew up there, right?
Wait, pause. Where was her mom's?
Exactly. So there was some.
I get it. Dad's a lawyer, whatever. But where's mom?
Yeah, dad got the money and finessed it and had full custody. So she was probably unsuitable moms, and she took her. He took her, But here's the type of person he is, right? Scumbag. So at 17, she's witnessing, she's seeing the lifestyle of the mansion. She's grown up there. She knows everything. That world is normal to her.
She rolling around on roller skates.
All that. On the tennis courts and skateboards in the house and all that shit. So Hef's girlfriend at the time, they get into a sexual relationship. Mm-hmm. So she's 17. So the concept of her being underage didn't really set in until she was older. Mm-hmm. And she wrote a book and all this other shit. But she said one night they call her down to the room, and it's Hef, his girlfriend, who way younger, and then her 17-year-old ass. Uh-huh. And then the girlfriend turns her over to Hef.
Oh, wait a minute.
And she like, wait, Dad's right down the hall.
Right, I need to call my dad. What are you talking about? Wait.
Hef is like, oh no, we're all family.
No.
That's what she said, allegedly. But I was they was on some weirdo type. And at the end of the episode, going into the next episode, she was like, it was really like a cult. And I had just said it. I was like, oh, they was living they was operating like a cult. Yeah. The stuff she said she saw, she put a book out. Guess what? Book never saw the light of day. Oof. Book never.
They cut a check. They cut a check.
No, they didn't cut no check. So she put it out.
Hit it with the cease and desist.
Oh yeah, majorly. Majorly. Said she had 40 interviews lined up, and in one day, all the interviews was just off the table.
You know why? That file cabinet over at the Playboy Mansion is big and long and strong.
No, there ain't no file cabinet. The Bama said he taped every second of every day for 20 years.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like the archives. The archives is long and strong, fam. Like you can.
The butler said, I was there in 74. No. The butler said we had cameras in our lapels. I was like, 1974? Yeah. The nigga, that technology, we ain't see that technology in the marketplace till 2007.
Right.
In 74? You know what type of money you got to have lapel cameras
if you think
for your
about,
staff in 74?
If you think about, like, even when I was watching the Cosby joint, the list that they roll out of people who went to that Playboy Mansion on the regular, right? Celebrities, you had, people of influence, people of, do not talk about, mafioso type, politicians, so-and-sos and so forth. Yo, that's a powerful place, man, to be Hef, right?
Yeah.
To be Hef. Yo, you a powerful man because you have all the evidence, fam.
Right.
You and everybody that walks out of there is on the page. Don't talk about it. We're not going. This is Fight Club. You don't speak about it. We don't. But that's why you can always come back because the girls aren't going to talk. When you leave out of here, you safe. Nobody's going to talk about it.
And
don't you ever step out of line. Don't you ever step out of line because I got all the evidence I need to bury everybody.
She said she seen him do it. Like when somebody was like, "You goddamn it, Hef, you're not going to do this. This is not going to fly." And Hef will hold up a videotape, be like,
Right. Okay. Sure. Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's going to fly with wings. Yes. It's going to fly with wings.
You enjoy that life you live in, sir?
Right.
Okay. Let's not forget what happened in the grotto yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, the grotto.
Knock it off. Knock it all the way off.
All right. Here's one.
When they say they want a book silenced, that's one phone call. That's one phone call. All right. Here's an interesting one. Speaking of 20 years passing by, I don't know if you guys saw this. I didn't even read this. It's just the headline got me. So apparently this is a true story. I saw it in several different locations. Man was released from prison after nearly 20 years due to his twin confessing to the murder. So, all right, I call bullshit on this, but we're going to read it together. Now, is this a better story than the one last week with a 20-something-year-old black dude was convinced
mistaken for the white
dude?
Yeah. All right, they said Kevin Duggar was released from prison on Tuesday, but he can still face trial. Chicago dude released from prison on bond after serving nearly 20 years due to his brother confessing to the crime. Cook County Jail. He went free at 9:30 p.m. Duggar's brother, Carl Smith, confessed he was the one to pull the trigger in a 2003 shooting on Chicago's North Side. Mm-hmm. Duggar was convicted of the crime in 2005 and was serving a 54-year sentence. Smith, who is currently serving a sentence of 99 years for a different shooting, first confessed to the murder in 2013. Okay, I see what's happening here. Okay. to the Center on Wrongful Convictions, which partnered with Dugard's lawyer to help free him. A judge did not believe Smith's confession was credible and denied Dugard a new trial in 2018. Okay. So wait a minute, how did they? But on appeal, a new judge, younger judge, trying to make a name for himself, reviewed the confession and said Dugard should be released. Okay, I see what happened. Okay, this is easy. This isn't as complicated as I thought. Okay, you in jail.
Yeah.
For 50 years.
Yes.
I'm in jail for 99.
Mm-hmm.
My case was stronger than yours. I know I ain't getting out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll eat that charge for you.
2 brothers.
If we twins?
We twins.
And I'm not coming home.
Getting out, yeah.
I'd eat that.
Okay.
That's believable. I thought they made it seem like
I thought it was like one was walking free.
Yeah.
Wow, I let my brother do a bid for something I did. Oh, okay.
And he caught up with you. All right, so that was kind of.
So they both still locked up essentially. They just flip the time around to the.
Well, he's out, but what I'm saying is, I could see him saying, making that deal, be like, "Yo, bruh, you're not coming out." You know what I'm saying? But I got a chance. Just say you did it.
Yeah.
The DNA ain't the same, but it's similar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but that would be a great movie. The DNA ain't the same, but it's
right?
similar.
It's similar. It's close enough.
Yeah, that's the line in the movie that makes it to the commercial.
To the commercials, yeah.
The DNA ain't the same, but it's similar. To that 2 brothers,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna see that because the DNA ain't the same.
But it's similar. Yeah,
it's similar.
We gotta see that.
Yeah, man, they was thinking, even though they was criminals.
Right.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb. All right, let's go to so last week I had my little rundown of the Metaverse, right? And so what's the first news story you sent me at the top of the week?
Hey, man.
The first one. Well, before I do that one's funny. This one is just interesting. I'm gonna do this one. So the Metaverse, remember we talked about real estate, right? So this article kind of sheds light and credibility to some of the points that I was making last week. So this is CNBC.com. Investors are paying millions for virtual land in the metaverse. So y'all, you can hate on it, but it is really happening.
Listen, I just want I need it to be virtual, like as fake as the metaverse is, as far as it's virtual, it's not real. Yeah, let me get that virtual money, fam. They putting up real money.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you putting up real money in a virtual setting. You know what I mean? That only exists when you plug in. That to me is amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing, fam. Because I can see, like, if you putting up Monopoly money, we playing Monopoly, cool. Like this money doesn't, this is not money that I could have used in the physical world for something. They're actually using real money.
So the metaverse, according to Andrew Kegel, CEO of Toronto-based tokens.com, he says the metaverse is the next iteration of social media. Mm-hmm. And his company says that digital real estate prices have gone up 400 to 500% in the last few months. You can go to a carnival, you can go to a music concert, you can go to a museum, all virtually. So, yeah, man, this kind of, y'all can read this article. Matter of fact, I'll post a link in the chat amongst yourselves to kind of get a sense of, how some of y'all are still like, I don't understand, I don't get it. They really, I talked about last week going to like a comedy club or whatever, but now they have people that have already signed deals. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like Fortnite, where Travis Scott used to have those live, they call them events. Mm-hmm. It's basically a virtual concert, but it's really him. He's there.
Yes.
So what they're working on now is, and I saw this week too. So you strap in and you go to that world, and your artist that you want to see is there. But now, not only is it an avatar, they have it now where in the virtual meetups where you see that person,
a live version of them,
the actual person.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So that's who wouldn't do that, especially in the scary place that we're in now, where people want to be in a concert venue with a whole bunch of people and get breathed on and trampled.
Yes.
You go, you pay, you strap in, but you see the real artist performing.
I'm with that. Like I would do that. And so clearly there had to be like probably maybe at least 2 or 3 people, I guess, on GoPros physically there, giving an audience
like
vantage point.
shooting. Yeah, right.
Yeah, giving an audience. But yeah, I would kind of do that. Like I would
Because
do that.
there's an app, and I don't know if I told you this. There's an app on there for meetings. Because I remember when it first came out, I said, "Watch, this is how," and we were talking about it. Because I said, "You travel for work. There's gonna be a time where it'll be that place that you were going to, but everybody just strap in." And you there, but you'll see.
I'm having a lot of difficulty with this phrase "strap in."
You strap in, not strap on, not strap on. But
I know, and then you're walking that really thin line.
And then if you can't do it yourself, then you get strapped in. And then somebody straps you in.
No, I don't want any strapping of myself or others. I'm good.
All right. Now, speaking of that, so here's the bad news. Here's the bad news that happened this week. Now, this story came out this week. Yeah, I call bullshit on this too. This story came out this week, and it actually appeared to be an old story. But I'll let you guys read the headline. Woman claims she was virtually gang raped.
I shouldn't laugh, but see, the only reason why I laugh is because if you're a little familiar, and I think either in this story or somewhere in here, if they show what your avatars look like in the metaverse,
they need a screenshot of that. Then
there's no bottom half. You don't have a bottom half of the body. And like, I don't feel like, and again, this is me not diving super deep into the interaction part where you interact with others, but I know you can see your hands. Like, there's you can look up and see your hands when you're holding the remotes or whatever. I don't know that you can like grab someone. Like how?
You can.
You can.
But you're not gonna feel it. Like you can.
Yes.
Wait, but all right. So let me read the story.
There's trauma in there somewhere, but I just don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find the trauma.
The 43-year-old British woman claims she was groped in the virtual world by a group of male avatars.
Okay.
The woman named Nina Jane Patel has talked about being verbally and sexually harassed by 3 or 4 male avatars in Horizon venues. That's your place. Of the Meta. That's where you like to hang out.
Hey, wait a second. I only went there once, officer. I was there once. There was nobody.
Were you wearing?
There was no one really there when I was there. So whoa.
The suspect repeatedly said that he was not in the Meta at the time. Okay.
Right.
She said it was a nightmare. It was surreal. All right. So listen. So it's an old story because it happened in the fall, right?
Okay.
So since then, when I got in, since then, they have these features, these safety features where it's personal space and buffer zone. You can hit a button.
That makes you invisible.
It makes you invisible, one. But 2, you can report people.
Yes.
And that's new. But when I got in, it was available. So I was like, oh, this is cool.
So maybe that's in response to this then.
Maybe. It could be. And that's what I'm thinking. Because so to your point, so like think any virtual reality thing that you've seen on TV, right? I can't even name anything, but that's what it looks like. Except you're floating around, and it's only the top half of you. So if you passed a mirror in there, you would only see the top half of you,
right?
Like a weeble wobble,
right?
But when you raise your controllers, you see your virtual hands. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this.
Right.
You can do that. That's about it. But if I'm touching you, my avatar, I may be invading your space, but it's like it's gonna wipe through. You're not even you standing in your house with the headset on. You can't feel that.
Right.
So I don't know how it would be classified as assault. I don't know how that would be classified.
You can walk kind of if you can walk through someone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like if you came up on somebody, you'd bump into them and feel like a little buzz jolt that you're actually bumping up against a wall or a person. You just kind of would walk through them. So I guess it's more so.
No, it's definitely harassment.
No, it's verbal. It was a verbal. Yes, I'm sure.
Because you're just out in the open with strangers.
Yes.
So to that point, I could see how that can go south. Yeah. But with the new features, I think you're right. They probably put that in place after this, and then found a way to release this story months later.
So
because if this story had came out before December 1, when they launched the Metaverse, I think it would have been some horrible publicity.
Yeah,
horrible. Even though they stock tanked this week, but
what kind of an asshole
Right.
do you have to be to see just a lady avatar and go, yeah, let's go and spit nonsense to her, and then
It's
you gotta gather up more than one person
but
because
they're already there. They're already there.
yeah, but like it's like, hey fella, nah, we over here now. Like
Yeah.
it's not.
It's
I
it's
mean,
easier than you think.
it's
I mean, yes.
man.
It's just, I mean, it's the internet in a virtual in 3D, just like Twitter. Strangers jumping you on your timeline. You know what I'm saying? You say some shit about Beyonce. It's the Beehive.
Yeah, okay.
Basically.
Wow. People
It's
are
the same effect. It's the same effect.
That's-
Eastwood says, would you all say we get a headset now if we don't already have one? Now, if you watched the show last week, watch last week's replay on YouTube, whatever that date is. I did a whole thing about my experience, and I would say yes. Just get one to have.
But please also go outside and walk for like 20, 30 minutes a day.
Yes.
Like, please.
And talk to people. And
talk to actual
Yeah,
people
yeah.
because, you know, once this thing really gets moving, you know, it's going to create such fat. I mean, it's more laziness and just like, you know.
No, definitely. So at work, I was about to say retarded. You know, I can't say
Oh, no, don't do that.
So dude at work, right? He come in and people do it old, young, black, white.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's so here that the formulation of their thoughts are truncated. And since they're in continuous conversation, they don't know how to make the separation. So when they start talking to you, they're in the middle of a sentence. I get this shit all day. So where I'm at, you know, different people ask for different supplies. So somebody might walk up and be like, stapler.
What? Oh, geez. Wait, I'm sorry, sir.
I don't have a
Good
stomach
afternoon.
for that. Yeah, I don't have a stomach for that. Man, I check everybody. You could be 4, you could be 82. Everybody gets checked because I can't stomach that. So I told my man, he looked like he was about early 20s. So he came up and he asked, he was like, paper towel? And I said, oh, hey. What's
You know what I'm
going
saying?
on?
Right.
I was like, how are you?
Right.
Oh, and this is the only reason I'm telling the story is because he was so apologetic. He said, oh, my bad. I said, yeah, I get it. I was like, how's your day? Everything going well? And he was like, I'm good, man. How about you? And I was like, I'm cool, man. I said, you just came up in the middle of the sentence like we was talking already. I ain't never met you.
Human interaction, dog.
Yeah. So then he said it. He said the coldest shit I heard all week. He was like, yeah, man, I just, you know, I've turned so antisocial. I don't be thinking sometimes. And I was like, wow. That's some hell of an awareness.
He was in his phone, like he was literally in his phone walking up.
No.
Oh no. Oh wow.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
So yeah.
So he's just sick.
Like, yeah. Well, he just underwater. But yeah, so you're right. So if you do get it, make sure you spend equal time in the physical world as you do.
It has to be way more in the physical world than like literally, like you gotta set a timer.
Oh yeah, you do.
How much you're on it? You gotta be on that thing like an hour, maybe 2. You gotta lift up, take a break, realize your surroundings, stand up, all of that stuff, man, because that thing will swallow you up.
Yeah, easily.
Oh, geez.
All right, here's some vaccine news. You know, we gotta do this every once in a while.
Okay.
Shaq had an interesting perspective. This is my first time really hearing from Shaq, or that I remember. He may have spoken out before, but this statement came across.
I encourage everybody to be safe and take care of your family. I do, but there's still some people that don't want to take it, and you shouldn't have to be forced to take something that you don't want. So
I don't think people are being forced to take. Well, there are some. I mean, listen, we have a mandate at CBS.
That's force.
We have a mandate at CBS. But my point.
That's force.
But where I wholeheartedly.
That's force.
No, it's not force.
It is force, because if the man don't take it, the man will get fired. Look, I encourage everybody to be safe and take care of you.
That's pretty strong. It makes me wonder, because I would have thought he'd have been on board, you know, in an earlier conversation with, you know, basketball had this conversation already.
As an aside,
okay,
when Shaq has to take it, does his syringe look like this?
Oh, jeez. That's an aside. with,
You know what I mean? Like,
with that much vaccine juice in there too.
yeah, like, you know what I mean? Doesn't he have to get a little bit more? Like, he can't just get the regular dose,
Boy,
right?
it probably does come like that, and it's not even a syringe. He has to drink it.
Yeah, right. He has to like
But
get a different dosage, right?
But another side note, I'm gonna just go back to this real quick. I've never heard him speak this clearly.
Look, I encourage everybody to be safe and take care of your family. I do. But there's still some people that don't want to take it, and you shouldn't have to be forced to take something that you don't want. So
I don't think people are.
That's interesting.
They must have caught him at the right, you know,
Time of day. There's a time of day.
There's a certain hours where you're just like,
your shit's clear.
flying on all levels. Yeah,
Yeah.
like everybody has it. Like everybody has that time of day where like you can ask me anything, I'm gonna give you
crystal clear. It's just
crystal. Yes, it's gonna be amazing.
It's called the Leon Harris time of day. It's the Leon time of day. You call me. That's what you get.
You've caught me in my Leon hours.
You caught me in Leon.
Up. Yes.
Early this morning, we're looking at 60 degrees this weekend, dropping down to about 40 overnight.
Coming up at the top of the hour. Yeah, the Leon hour.
The Leon hour.
Everybody has one.
They do. And I think when he's on TNT, NBA,
way past the Leon hour.
That's Leon after he's been to the bar hour. Oh,
what's that same sentence in the non-Leon hour? How does that sound?
You come into the non-Leon hour. I just the weather's looking at 60 degrees on Friday and drop down.
No, but Shaq is more like, I just feel like, you know, what you're saying is they have to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he gets, because Shaq will get emotion. He'll give you emotion, but clarity takes a back seat.
No. Yes. Clarity takes a back seat. I like it. That sounds like Shaq's new book.
Clarity takes a back seat. All right, quick. What would you do? What would you do? What would you do? Way to go. What would you do? All right. So this is you. You're walking up to the bank, and
okay.
Obviously, there was some work being done over the.
Oh, wait a minute! No!
Let's take a look. How did this even happen? And how did she not get injured? And how did it not shatter? Oh, the back on the curb. Is what's doing it.
Yo, I've never seen this.
Yeah.
Yo,
you dress for success, casual Friday, and then this. Eesh.
Oh no!
So look, here it is right here. Let me do it again. All right, this is a commercial. Here's a commercial. Hold on, let me show you. It's the music.
Is she walking into a bank? That's the bank.
Yeah. Watch this. TD Ameritrade's lowest rates in town.
Oh, when I tell you, if there was ever a place where a whole door,
I'm not getting up.
Lamont, a whole glass door falls on me, the only place I need that to happen at is a bank.
Yeah. They should use this as a commercial. TD Waterhouse or whatever.
All I'm thinking about is once the glass gets on me, I'm getting so much money. So much money.
Our prices are rock bottom.
What?
Our rates hit you in the face. All right. But here's the best part right here. Let me push pause. I'm not moving.
You know the camera's on. Like,
yeah, she got a smile on her face.
That is the most recorded door of all doors. Is the doors at the bank. There's no disputing this.
Look at her face. Her face she has the cha-ching smirk on her face.
She hit the glass ceiling, but clearly she's about to break through. She's about to break through.
Yes,
she's about to break through the glass ceiling.
A twofer.
Oh man!
Yes. One more time.
If I'm about to get paid as a person, the woman comes to help. She's like, no.
Let me say.
Let's wait for the.
See right here, she thought she had a handle on things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, look, and she knew that once she got to the bank, doors would open up for her.
Doors would open up for her. Oh,
Oh
sheesh.
man. But did her leg get bent back? That's my only concern.
Oh,
Like they
yeah.
see her leg, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because if that leg got bent back, we talking millions.
If getting curbed was a person.
Oh no.
Sheesh. All right.
Damn, that's crazy.
But at least it wasn't painful. Pain.
Oh, pain. I get it.
All right,
Yeah,
there
see,
you
pain
go. All right. That's it. That's it for that. Yeah. Jeez.
I hope her banking experience didn't get shattered. Like, I hope it wasn't a shattered. It wasn't a shattered experience. See?
Now I think here's a great story. This is a great story. I didn't know this was happening. Didn't even know his Color Purple was coming back. Oprah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Who was asking for a remake of The Color Purple?
You don't think it's needed?
No, they could. Dude, the
Not
original
needed.
is so
Not
beloved.
needed.
The
Not
original
needed.
is so beloved.
Yeah.
That, I mean, you could just watch that.
You could. I think if they're going to update anything, I'm okay with The Color Purple. But
are we updating it? So, and you may or may not know this, but I know we're updating the cast. But are we doing like The Color Purple 20? Like, is it going to be set in modern day? Like, what are we updating? It's a period piece.
Suburban Chicago.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we updating here? Because it's clearly a period piece and it's set in a certain time.
Oh, wait a minute.
Right?
I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt you. I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay.
This was pretty good. She got the flat rate. I like.
She got flat rate.
It started here. Flat rate mortgage.
Flat rate mortgage. Oh yeah.
And then it continued here. Flat rate. I'll take
flat
that.
Rate. I like
I'll allow
it.
that.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
Yes,
Go ahead.
absolutely. But what I'm saying is like period piece. Shot back, way back. The only difference is, I mean, the cinematography has gotten a little bit better because we got HD and all that kind of other stuff.
Yeah.
But like, acting was on point.
Yeah.
You know, everybody references it. It's one of those. You know, it's in the deck of black card. You know, you got to be black. You watch this as we take your black card back. It's one of those movie references. That,
yeah.
What do we? I feel the same way about Roots. Like, why did we have to redo Roots? They did it, and it was well done, and it was well revered, and it was.
They redid. I don't even remember them redoing Roots.
A couple years ago, they did a Roots reboot.
Oh, that couldn't have been good.
They just redid it.
Oh no, that couldn't have been good.
I don't even think I didn't even watch it. I'm like, well, I don't need to watch it. I've already seen it.
But so it's so loved and it's so generational. It was a classic for a generation. So now you're giving a new generation a new look on a classic. I'm not mad at that. Because you had a musical. You put the bitch on stage. You turned it into a musical.
Yeah. So, that's where you go with that. That's where you take that. You take it to a movie. Now it's a musical.
If it's too big, then
why are we remaking the movie?
You do the movie. Hamilton the same way. If it's got so big, we had to do the theatrical re-release of a new version
the same
of it.
product. No. They didn't redo Hamilton with different actors. They just showed you Hamilton because you couldn't afford to go see it, so they put it on Disney Plus.
True, but it's not an old classic. It's not got 30 years under its belt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So either way, there's been big discussion on, who's going to play whose parts. And this one young lady, Danielle Brooks from.
Oh, okay, no, it's not. Okay,
Orange
I got another bit, but go ahead.
Danielle Brooks, Orange is the New Black, and some other things. Was recently surprised on a company Zoom by the person behind the movie announcing that she got the role. And I think this is a feel-good story to end the show on.
They did the same thing for Fantasia.
Oh, the same way?
I don't know if it's the same. I haven't seen this clip.
Oh, well, she had to know it was coming.
Okay.
But so Fantasia is Celie, and then this person is going to be well, you know who. You'll see.
I have such a connection to this character and just to the story that it just would be an incredible journey to say that now I get to be a part of the movie too, Yeah.
Hey. Danielle. Hey, how you doing?
That's tough.
I am here representing all things purple, to tell you that you are our Sophia. Such a pretty name. Sophia.
Yes, it is.
I'm so happy to pass whatever baton from 35, almost 40 years ago.
Couple things. That cry was a silly cry, though. That was a.
Wait, but didn't she played in Color Purple on Broadway, didn't she?
Who, this one?
Danielle, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's possible. But that don't automatically.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
you know that.
she has that, she has that, in her back pocket also.
Yeah, well, that's probably why she was campaigning during the interview. But here's the boss move. You talked about Bill Cosby's boss move. This move right here, and I'm not all Oprah out, but this move right here, I'm gonna pause it when it happens.
That it just would be an incredible journey to say that now I get to be a part of the movie too,
Yeah. Hey,
listen, when I tell you, I might have shit a brick.
When Oprah shows up.
Hey, no, she slid in though. Hey, and shout out to whoever's in charge of the Zoom for the finesse. That was a glitch-free transition right there. That shit was awesome. If I worship Oprah and she just showed up in the box below me. You know what I'm saying?
If Oprah showed up in your box?
In the box below me.
Below me.
Sorry.
Yeah. Misheard you.
Man, that's clutch. That's an awesome moment right there. And I see that, I don't know, I saw some smoke billowing. I didn't know if that was an incense or was she chiefing, but that has really...
That's just how she enters rooms.
No, in Danielle's room was...
okay.
But I was like, oh, that's an awesome moment right there. That's
what's up.
Yeah, Oprah's, hey. She'll come in like, I'm Oprah. Hey.
Right.
You get a part.
I saw an article or I guess an article listing out, the cast right now. I was trying to find it on my phone, but I can't. But, it lists, Danielle Brooks and Fantasia and the gentlemen who are playing the gentleman, whatever. And it says Halle Berry as, another part. It was like a young girl part. As it side by sided whoever played it in the past as opposed to who's playing it now, right? And it was the young lady who played this young lady role in the past, but it was a picture of the one half of Chloe and Halle, that group, that singing group.
Yeah.
So the young girl whose name is Halle also, it's her picture, but the line says Halle Berry. So now I'm confused. I'm like, is Halle Berry in the movie and they mess up the picture, or is the picture right and they mess up the name? And I'm like, how sad is that? How sad is it that they're still screwing those type of things up in an article about a movie, essentially a black film, and they still can't get the black actors' names right or the pictures right for the names, whichever one was wrong. I don't even know which one it is.
Either they don't know, they don't show, or they just don't care about what's going on in black cinema, man.
I was like, Halle Berry, but that's not Halle Berry. I was like, I don't get it.
So Halle, that's good. Good for her. I
don't think it's Halle Berry. I think it's the young. Yeah. I don't know her last name.
Yeah.
But her, not her, because her is also in it.
Her's in it too. Wait a minute. Right. This is no. You serious? You for real?
Yes, I'm dead serious.
You said, but not her. That's hilarious.
Like her is actually in it also.
I don't know if I can appreciate this version. Now that you're telling me, I don't want. I
don't know. Like I don't know.
Man.
Like
I'm gonna go like for glam, and I don't get.
That's what I'm
glam
saying.
Out of the color purple.
Yeah. Have you people like that's color purple is a lot of folks.
She could be Squeak. Halle could be Squeak.
I don't know.
My name's Squeak.
Maybe that's who it is. Like it's definitely a younger person's role. That's why I was like,
Squeak.
It's probably that because I'm like, I know it's not Halle Berry playing, what's clearly like a younger person type of deal.
But here's the thing. Mm-hmm. We all know some people know Steven Spielberg did it.
Yes.
If it ain't done the same way,
who's doing it?
I don't know, but I'm talking about cinematography and directing and editing is what I'm talking about. That was Spielberg put his supernatural flair on it. Mm-hmm. A lot of sweeping shots. That's why when you grew up, it may have been a black story, but it wasn't a black movie to me. I may have been too young, but I didn't see it as, because he had that. It had a big feel to it. And only a Spielberg, could do it in that way. So if they don't have somebody like that, if they just go, black for the sake of black, it's not gonna have the same. It's not gonna have the same thing.
Yeah, like they just like Spielberg. I believe it was Spielberg just did what's that musical that clearly no one cared for it to come back to the movies, and he redid it.
Hamilton.
Not Hamilton.
No, okay.
Yeah, the one where they sing "I'm Gonna Live in America" and it's like
The Wiz.
Not The Wiz. God.
Oh, West Side Story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And clearly no one cared because the box office proves that. But I'm like, but they already and it's from what I understand, it's relatively just the same movie, just a newer version with new actors. I'm like, but it was a classic.
I think Color Purple. The only way. I think either way we're gonna find reasons not to like it. But if they update it and make the story contemporary, I think we're not gonna like it. But if they don't update the story and keep that old ass 80s storyline of 50s, I think we're gonna hate it. So it's kind of I think it's
yes, because there's certain things in that movie that you could not do now.
Yeah, right.
Like Mr. Like nobody's tolerating Mr. now.
Wait a minute, you would have to update the whole storyline. Be like, wait a minute, you married her and she was 15. All right, can we?
And then Chris what's it, Chris Henson, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So Mr.
What did you think was gonna happen?
What did you think was gonna happen here? It's weird.
He'd be like, Mr. be like, you're black, you're ugly,
right?
And nobody's gonna love you. And in today's version, he'd be like, you're African American, you're hard to look at. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't say ugly or black.
You have a poor attitude.
Right. You're African American,
right? And then Harpo's beating on Ogre, like he can't,
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't. So they'll switch. Harpo will come through the cornfields with a black eye, and you're like, you told Sophia to smack me.
Right? And then you can't kill her dad because now he's, it's.
What scene can stay though?
What's that?
The scene about the pants.
Okay.
So he'd be like, how can a pair of pants that fits Miss Sophia fits me? And then
but that's shaming. That's not shaming.
No, it is silly. Be like, because they're gender neutral. And then
right.
Yes. So some things they just gotta tweak the script.
Yeah.
Just gotta tweak the script.
And then like the when they doing this right here, that's dated because we pulling why are they no one does that anymore? Like why are they no one does that anymore? It had to be like one of those LeBron James like.
Oh yeah.
It got to be one of them, like
gang shits.
Yeah, right. And then it has to be like a overly intricate hand clap.
Updated Color Purple would be.
That's gonna be weird.
Ooh, they would have to update the whole shit.
That's gonna be weird. Because if they do it line for line, people are gonna go for nostalgia's sake, but like
now, if you updated and made it a period piece of now, I think that might be kind of fly. If you, completely updated, but you just made the linear part of the story the same, dysfunctional family, oppression.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah.
If they did it, those movies where they took an old movie and then they just threw it in the project,
like Bel Air, for instance, like the new version of Bel Air. Like of the Fresh Prince.
No, I wasn't even thinking like that because
I'm saying you took it and you kind of flipped it and made it.
But all the way, I'm thinking like an old classic movie that they like how they do how they did Romeo and Juliet, like when you just super current and make it, because at the end of the day it was just a love story. But when you do it the same way, my family's fighting their family. If they updated Color Purple and just made it ultra current, then maybe.
Yeah, but boy, you bet
That's
not
tough,
miss.
Though.
Yeah,
you
bet not miss.
You
bet not miss. Because one slip and that whole thing is, a bad movie with a lot of famous people in it.
Yeah. So a couple of things I see here. Nola says, Haynes says they should let Corey Holcomb play Mr. I'll allow that. I'm with that.
Now that's casting.
Yeah, that's casting. But Nola says, what about the relation scenes? Now that's tough because the first scene technically was a rape scene.
Yes.
Because one, she was underage, and two, she was forced into, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's tough.
All of it. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Certain movies, like, it's like, how do you, in these days and times, replicate that without, because no, they're not making you. In other words, you couldn't be a young, genius and come up to Steven Spielberg today with a script or whatever. I don't know how it originated. It was a book or whatever, and said, here, boom, movie version of The Color Purple. Today they go, hey man, we can't make this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because of all you just flipping page after page, redlining all the things that wouldn't be acceptable in X, Y, and Z.
Now, the Suge and Celie bath scene will probably be the longest scene in the movie if you made it now. It'd be the longest, most acceptable scene now. If you
all kinds of Oscars.
Yeah. Oh, everybody's gonna Oscar. Everybody.
And who's playing? Wait. Who's playing Suge and Avery now? It's
I don't know.
But
somebody said Janelle Monáe. I don't know if that's real.
I don't know that I saw her on the list of people.
Yeah.
But
that'd be the longest scene in the movie.
Yeah.
It'd be like, oh, it was. Did you see it? It was art.
It's the artistic interpretation of.
It was so non-binary.
Yes.
All right.
I don't know.
What is that? I had another story, but I'll save it.
Okay. No, hey, I mean,
yeah,
sure.
I can't find it. So
okay, well then that's a good reason to say it.
Yeah. So wait a minute, let me see. Let's try this one. It's a video.
Okay.
I thought it was funny. And it's not coming up. Yeah. Well.
It's all good.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Hit the thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate the super chats. I didn't see any, but I appreciate them anyway. Subscribe to the channel.
That's right. Taraji's in it too.
Oh, Taraji. She might be sure. Yeah. I think she should.
So. Yeah. That's what somebody said. Yeah, Taraji.
Yeah, she should. Now that's spot on. She can kill that.
Mm-hmm. I've only seen it once.
You've only seen what?
Color Purple.
Okay, well, you're not even authority on this conversation then. How
I got a good memory, but I'm just saying.
No, how you supposed to lead with that? I can't even let you talk.
I let it. That's why I.
I've been frauded. I've been hoodwinked. You Leon'd me. I mean, what do you mean?
I remember the movie.
You can have no opinion.
Why? I've seen it once. I've seen it.
It's not a classic to you.
I don't have to see it more than once to identify it as a classic.
What makes it classic then?
It was a fantastic movie. I get it. I just needed to. I
don't know. I don't know your credibility. You just went out the window.
No, I don't do that.
You can't say, oh, they shouldn't do it. You only seen it once.
Yeah, but I remember it well enough to go, hey man, like
you remember any key lines? You remember any key lines and not from other people saying them? Oh gosh,
you're not gonna put me on the spot. I mean,
yeah, I ain't gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna put you out the spot. I gotta put you out the spot. You can't even. You don't even. How can you have an opinion? You only say that one time.
It don't matter. I know the content.
No, that's not the same though. You don't know the experience. There's an experience with The Color Purple.
I experienced watching it once, and I had the whole experience. Wait. Okay, wait. Stop. When does the experience? When does the experience take place? After which viewing? 4, 5?
It depends on
what number of viewing does the experience take place in?
It depends on what era of your life that you watched that one time. Were you an adult?
I was a young adult. I wasn't a child.
Yeah, that's outside of the boundaries. Most of the people that identify it with a classic who have watched it more than once, we watched it as children. That's what makes it such a classic. We grew up with it. You just came in and was like, "Oh, what y'all watching?" And then you watched it.
Nah. I take it back. I seen it twice. Maybe twice.
Here we go.
No, I'm not BS. I'm maybe twice.
Was the second time?
I feel like I saw it. I feel like I definitely saw it in the 80s. So I must have seen it not too far after it came out. And then one other time.
And was that one other time as an adult? Probably. Yeah.
It was, let's say, before 2000. So maybe young adult. I have not seen it in the 2000s. Like, is that something that you're supposed to watch every couple years?
Yeah, actually, it's a Christmas movie.
First of all, as long as on the way, it's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's like 7 hours long.
It's not even that long.
It's an opus.
All right, so this is live show, don't trip. So where'd it go? That was a good suggestion.
Haynes said I dropped the information on Lamont like a glass door.
yeah. No, what did somebody just said? Somebody just said, because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right here on the live show. Oh, Helen. Helen said, show him a GIF. And let him tell us what was happening in that scene. All right.
I'm willing to play. Hopefully I pass the test.
Yeah.
Get my black card out. Make sure it's not getting revoked.
This should be easy. Oh, how do I just want to show one though. I don't want to show all of it. Oh, here we go. This should be easy. This first one is gonna start slow.
Is it gonna be more than one? I gotta test. Okay.
So in this particular GIF, what's happening here? What is the line being said?
Use the Force, Luke.
Oh, jeez. Oh, this is bad. I don't even know if I want to continue. I don't even.
She's doing the Force. She's saying use the Force.
That's not the
Luke.
Force.
That's the line. She's doing the same thing.
No, this would be good. Fantasia and Corey Holcomb. That would be awesome right there. All right, there's one more, and this is. I mean,
well,
I'm
she's
already
clearly checking him for stopping him. It's like you're not gonna hit me. This is like it's we ain't doing that no more. That's the scene where she's like, we ain't doing that no more, fam.
Okay.
I don't know the line, but
but you gotta know the line. That's the most important aspect.
The portion of the movie where she's like, "Hey, man, it ain't happening no more."
You're making a good case, but it's falling flat like the door.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah. Hold on, one more. We're just only going to do one more.
Quiz me on Boomerang.
Boomerang is not being redone.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be.
So there's that. You're right. It does not need to be.
Oh, so we sitting on Boomerang? Is that's the voice that you're giving me right now?
Wait a minute. I got to find one. They got captions on all of these GIFs. Hold on. I got to find one without the words because that's the giveaway. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Come on. Here we go. Now, this is a little hard, but I want you to...
Difficult?
It's difficult. This one is difficult, but everybody who appreciates it for being a classic, who watched it growing up, they know what it is, but I want to see if you know what it is. What is this? What's happening here?
Well, she's about to shank him, clearly, because he said something off-putting comment, and she's like, hey, man, it ain't going down no more.
Have I ever asked you for anything? Not in your stinking-handed marriage. Jeez.
Do I need to watch The Color Purple again?
Yes, apparently. And the first one was everything you do to me, I done already done to you. That's the first one. Oh, you threw me for a loop. I wasn't expecting it.
All I can say is I've seen it. I've seen it. I do know that I've seen it more than once, probably just twice.
Okay.
I can't recite every line because I didn't see it that many times.
Okay.
Can you recite how many times? I've seen Roots several times. Can you recite all the lines in Roots?
We're talking classic and whether or not it needs to be made again based on growing up with it.
That's why I mentioned Roots. It's a classic. It was remade. It didn't need to be remade.
Is it a classic though?
Roots is not a classic.
When you come over and you be drinking or whatever, hey man, who's saying, hey, put on that Roots? Who's saying that? Nobody said, hey man, put on that Roots, man.
But when it comes on, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it at least.
Not really.
Or 45 minute clip.
They start whipping, and then I'm off it.
Oh, but you watching it.
Color Purple, you walk into a room, people watching Color Purple. Oh, what this? Oh, this is Color Purple? Oh, shit. And then you sit down and you watch it to the end. You're not doing that with Roots. Come on, man. All right. 2 stories on the way out. This is unfortunate. I don't know how true this is. This is just Instagram. There's 2 stories on the way out. Apparently in Chicago, it is so bad. And please, if you're from Chicago, please check in the chat or call the show. Apparently Chicago is a war zone, such to the point that they shooting after and chasing the police. Okay, this is Instagram. This is Instagram. 11 seconds. All right, focus, lock in. Now, this is the internet, so I don't know if that was in another country because I heard a different accent. I don't know if it was a movie being shot, but if this is legitimate.
If we don't want your kind in our neighborhood was a scene.
Jeez.
Sheesh.
Don't ask me to come perform out that month, Chicago.
And they was booking.
Yes. The uniforms made me think that maybe that's some overseas shit, but you never know. All right.
That's wild.
And then the last one here. Now this one is definitely foreign. Uh-oh. This is definitely a foreign clip. But I was amused by it because there's so many layers. So, all right. So there's a woman on the street and she gets robbed by a passing bicyclist. And everybody immediately comes to her aid. So while you're watching this, let's try to create our own narrative and figure out what's her profession. Because I thought this was funny too. All right, here we go. You see the lady there. Here comes the assailant. Let me get that phone.
Oh, jeez.
And then driver man. Oh, no.
Oh!
yeah. And he limps off. Everybody's chasing him, including her, the driver, randoms, and then they catch up with him. He's limping, he's injured,
Hey,
broken shin, probably.
Yeah,
broken shin, and then and then he gets it. Get off my bike.
Everybody wants some action. Oh, community policing at its finest.
Yes,
that's why I like it.
Ooh, he took a shot and he's backing. So apparently, I was reading the comments.
This is a foreign country because everybody's kicking, right?
Well, sure, yeah, sure.
That's how they play soccer.
Here's the funny part. I mean, it's funny, but not funny. She has to be a working girl, a fan favorite. She's
a neighborhood favorite.
She's a neighborhood favorite.
Neighborhood favorite.
Everybody.
I don't want to forecast what she does, but she's definitely a favorite. If there's somebody you don't mess with,
it's her.
CC.
Yeah.
And he picked the phone off the worst person on the wrong one. Wait, can you hit go real quick just to see what she does in relation to what everybody else does?
Well, she chases first too.
Oh, does she? Okay.
But I was thinking this when he took the phone. I was like, everybody was like, "Yo, she got all our numbers in there. That's the only way we contact her." But this guy,
like, he was like, "Yo, that's yeah."
He's a hero. His reaction time is immediate. He's like, "Oh wait, what's happening here? Oh nah, cuz."
Oh man.
And she's like, "Come back, you pendejo, maricón."
There you go. What country is this from?
I don't know.
Okay. Good. He's stumbling, and the word. Look, wait. Pause.
Wait.
The word right now. What's happening is the word just went out.
Hey,
somebody grabbed CC's phone.
Hey, they grabbed CC's phone.
He's on the corner of such and such and so and so. Anybody getting this right now? I don't know if it was a tweet. It was something that was mass broadcast.
It was probably it was a rooftop. They probably you know in Brazil or whatever. They're on the rooftop.
The influx of what happens to him next after that wire goes out is amazing. One.
Yeah. Two, bang, get off my bike. Not the phone. Give out the phone, Hans.
He's surrounded by like 5 people.
Bang, bang, bing. Dang, ding. My man got the backpack and the helmet. He parked his bike. He put the kickstand on. He was like, get the phone.
And they all knew this one piece of information that he got the wrong phone. Get him.
Now imagine, in all these recorded videos you see in America, imagine if brothers came to the aid of sisters like that. All right, y'all. I'll end on that.
Right.
All right, there it is.
Message.
Coming up at 11, messages dropped on a local podcast. All right, here we go.
A local podcaster.
All right, y'all. There's the show, man. Hey, super chat on the way out if you want, or if not, you just want to donate, man. We still got we're not doing the money well, but we still accepting funds openly and with open arms. Let me go here. Here is the Where it go at? Oh, here we go. That's the Cash App right there. If you enjoyed the show and you want to keep it, keep support situation, Let's Go Live show. I ain't seen nothing come in a long time, but it's all good.
As always, we appreciate the kind that jingles, but we'd rather have the kind that folds.
There it is.
That's a classic. That's a classic line from a classic film.
That is.
Man.
That was remade, by the way, or a sequel.
It was sequel. It wasn't remade.
Sequel. Yeah. All right, follow us on this as well. And next Friday, I forgot to announce it last week. Next Friday,
here we go.
February 11th and February 18th, Karen Hunter is taking little vacation days. So I will be filling in Foolishness Fridays, 3 p.m., Sirius XM 126 Urban View. So be sure to tune in.
Yes. And I will be just a caller.
No, you'll be making an appearance on
I'll
there.
be calling. Yes, I'll be calling. Yes.
We're going to have bring back Iggy Speaks Against the Law. Dr. Clarkson Destroys History during Black History Month, which should be interesting and offensive.
Yeah, I like it.
Today, I've been trained to really, you never promote guests until the day of, because you never know who's going to cancel. Yeah, but it's a couple new people.
Okay.
That you might be like, oh shit, that's what's up.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, where the Cash App? Somebody said where the Cash App. I'll put it back. Hold on, chat. Don't threaten me with a good time.
You ain't got to tell me but once.
Yeah, you got to tell. Yeah, go right there. That's it right there.
There you go.
And there you go.
Make it work.
All right. To the new people,
put
I thank you.
Put that in the
Oh yeah, that too.
in the YouTube chat.
In the chat. Put that in the chat. Feel free to support. Hold on. Feel free to become an underwriter.
There you go.
Underwriter of AFNG.
See, The Color Purple was a sequel.
Oh, jeez. So what?
What color would it?
Another color movie? I'm not gonna let you do
would
it.
it be?
I'm like, Clockwork Orange. I'm not gonna let you do it. Orange is the new black. I'm not gonna let
Purple
you.
is the right. Purple is the new black.
Purple is the new black. If they updated it and did that, purple is the new black. This is how the white people be in the ad agency room, in the writer's room. Purple is the new black because that's a thing now. You say that. Purple is
It'd be
everybody else in the room like, yeah.
Harper in the police station. So you say he told you to beat her?
Oh, that's good because that takes the culpability.
Right. Yeah, right. See, because that back then they wasn't pressing charges like that. But now he's in the police station. You know, he told me to beat her. So, okay. We'll see what direction they go. I feel like we're gonna get, and on top of that, the inflections. 2022. I knows da.
No, it's a period piece. It's a period piece.
2020 though.
They're gonna have some British actor in there that's gonna nail that the way it should sound.
No British actors have been named thus far though.
Not yet.
Because my man that played Dr. Dre, he's not British, right? Young Dr. Dre. I saw.
No, he's from here. He's from DC.
Yeah,
is he in there? Oh, he's Mr.
Nah, I don't think he's Mr. I think he's Harpo.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. Corey, something
or other. Yeah. And then my main man he's mostly a stage guy. He's playing Mr. I can't remember his name though.
Oh wow.
But yeah.
Marry what? Marry actors. Marry who gives a damn, boy. If you don't get your gal and get these women in line, we not going to see him. He's going to die off here. He's going to die off before the movie.
It's too much.
He's like, when my daddy died, he's like, oh, we're not even going to see him in the movie.
It's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's hard to replicate that.
Well, you need a woman to cook and clean up all these chickens around here. They ain't gonna have him in there.
Black folk gonna be protesting it off the break before it even gets out. It's like, nah, we're not all this. This is a period piece of,
Now, wait a minute. He said Cynthia Erivo is not available. Isn't she the one that played Celie on Broadway? Who wasn't Cynthia Erivo in it? Isn't that how
Broadway? Yeah. That's how she got her claim to fame. Yeah. No, she's not. I don't think she is.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, could be the Lamont King effect.
Oh no,
Too many people protesting about British actors taking American actors' roles. Could be. Or maybe they're just tired of Cynthia Erivo playing.
Maybe it's that. All right, there it is, y'all. John Watson, our New York Bureau Chief, always on assignment. See you next week.
Sure.
Everybody else, we'll see y'all next Friday, 6 o'clock. But I'll see you also next Friday, 3 o'clock, Sirius XM 126. But other than that, man, y'all be safe.
I don't care if it is a closet.